Alright, guys, let's get going on this. As always, make sure that you guys like the videos and you guys subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys hit that notification bell so you guys can see the videos as they come out. Alright, so today, algebra. I want to give you guys a little bit of review on factoring, using the quadratic formula, and solving when it's in vertex form. So let's take this quick little example here. Let's go let me get full screen. X squared minus 6x plus 17. Let's say along these lines. So, what we're going to do here, can this factor? No, this won't factor nicely. Nothing that multiplies to 17 is going to add to 6. So factoring is out. Can't do it. Alright, so now let's look at completing the square. Let's try completing the square. What are we going to get? Well, our process, we always start out this way. X squared minus 6x plus something plus 17 minus that same something. What is that something? Let's take this negative 6 divided by 2. That gets us negative 3. Now we're going to leave that there for later. We'll get back to that. Now we're going to take negative 3 and we're going to square it. And we get 9. So 9 is that something. Plus 9 minus 9. Now we can break this into a perfect square binomial instead of a perfect square trinomial. That's where this negative 3 comes back in. This is going to go here. So it's going to be x minus 3 squared plus 8. And this is our vertex form. Now let's set this equal to 0, and let's try and solve this. First thing we have to do, subtract that 8 from both sides. We're going to get x minus 3 squared equals negative 8. And I can already see an issue that's going to happen here. This can't work, so let's make this a minus 17. Sorry about that, guys. It doesn't change a whole lot, but it does change it enough to where it can happen. Alright, so I won't go into detail as to why that can't happen, but what we get is a non-real number. So, we get this. Alright, so then let's take the square root. Let's get this x minus 3 by itself. So we get x minus 3 equals plus or minus the square root of 26. Then to solve for x, we just need to add 3 to both sides. So we get x equals 3 plus or minus the square root of 26. Now that's how we solve by completing the square. That's what this is called. Solving by completing the square. I have told you guys we solve by putting it into vertex form. Either way, that's what we're doing here. Now let's try it with the quadratic formula. So x equals negative b, so negative 6, which is positive 6, plus or minus the square root of b squared, so negative 6 squared is 36, minus 4 times a times c, which is negative 17. All divided by 2 times a. Okay, so what does this give us? Well, we're going to get 6 plus or minus the square root of 4 times 17 is going to get us 68. So, why is this not working out right? Let's just keep going with this. So 36 plus 4 times 17. 4 times 17 gets us 68 plus 36, square root of 104. All divided by 2, which gets us x equals 3 plus or minus the square root of 104 divided by 2. Now, let's see if this is the same thing. I want to make sure that we're 100% right. So what I'm going to do in my calculator is I'm going to take 104, take the square root, divide by 2. And that gets me roughly 3 plus or minus 5.099. This over here, x is going to be equal to 3 plus or minus, take 26 and take the square root of it, 5.099. So as you can see, both these ways got us the same answer, but one was a little cleaner than the other one was. Now, I really hope this helps you guys out. Remember, completing the square is one of the best things to do when we have an even number here for our b. If we don't have an even number for our b, then using the quadratic formula will be our best bet. As always, guys, thanks for watching the video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video.